There she is. You guys, we're live again. We're live again. Here's Chicka. Here's Miss Chicka. Here they are. Everybody was asking about you last time. You know what they were saying about you? They were saying, she looks woozy and like, well, here's Chicka. Here's Chicka. Here she is. Hey, baby. Here's baby. And we're still, I have the window open for more light. So we have more light. So here she is again like this, but no, I can assure you she has not been. How's everybody? How are you all? Thank you to everyone who joined me in on my first live. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was so cool. Thank you for joining us. So let's talk about traveling with your pets. Now, flying out of the US, we were on Delta, okay? And I'm gonna post some videos of our journey. I'm gonna have to go back. You guys, I have so many videos and what's the matter, Mama? Where you going? You tired of being over here? Hey, baby. Hey, Mama. So there's so many different videos and things like that of when we were in Europe. It was a little village called San Michel, which is right outside of Bari, okay? And we were there, and we ended up being in Bari, which is in Puglia, which is the southern part of Italy. So most people are familiar with the northern part of Italy and being in Rome and things like that. But Puglia, you have Monopoly, you have Polignano Amare, and you have it's easy to get from that port, um, the port of Durrës, Albania, into Bari. So you can take a ferry. Yes. And you're wondering how that was with the dog? Perfect. This is what I would recommend. I would say for anyone who may have trepidation about a flight or something like that with your dog, I would definitely consider a ferry if you have access to a ferry that allows pets and have pet cabins. The ferry that we were on had pet cabins, and it started at 10 o'clock that night, and it was an 8-hour ferry ride. And it was wonderful because it was at night during Chicka's bedtime. So we went to sleep, and when we woke up, we were in another country. And it was great. I think it was about 140 American dollars one way. So that is one way to travel with your pet, because let me just tell you what the challenging part has been. The challenging part has not been her. She is a great little traveler. Not fussy, goes right to sleep, that kind of thing. Not a problem. It's the bureaucracy of airlines and their restrictions on weight capacity and things like that. That's what you'll have to deal with. It's not even so much the paperwork, because most countries are going to require a health certificate. They may require an import-export permit. Vaccines, of course, being up to date, microchip, and certain countries will, excuse me, want you to have a titer test. The titer test, TITER, is serology test. Basically, it's a blood test that's testing for the level of immunity that your pet has for rabies. Now, Chicka she's had hers for like a month now, and her serology is like a 30 point whatever. That's pretty high immunity. They only expect you to have 0.5 something or whatever. It's something pretty low, but hers is very high because she's had 2 rabies shots in the last 2 years, and she'll get her booster again in about 6 months. Now, this is the thing. If we want to go to Japan, that will be perfect timing to be able to go there, because you have to wait 6 months before you go to Japan. Hey, mama. um, and sometimes there is a waiting period for certain countries after you get the titer, sometimes. Now, in terms of airlines, there are only certain airlines now that we fly. Delta, number one, perfect. Not a problem. Fantastic. They accept her carrier size and her. Now, Chicka is not the size of a corgi. No shade against corgis. You guys are cute, but usually corgis are on the heavier side. I shouldn't even say heavier. I'm not going to even say that. That's just how they're built. Okay. I've never seen a corgi that was what, 10 pounds or something like that. I haven't seen anything like that. I think when they become an adult, they're probably going to be close to 30 pounds or something like that, right? So I'm sorry about that. I mean, to say heavy. They're so cute too, and so smart and everything. So I guess let me put it in perspective, is that if you have a corgi and they're 30 pounds, which would be what, 15 kilograms or something like that, or no, 20, 10, maybe 15 kilograms or something like that. You have to do the conversion. They would not be allowed to travel in cabin. They would have to be checked baggage, or they would have to come as cargo. So you have very specific airlines that will allow capacity probably up to, oh my God, there are a couple of people on here already. I can't see you guys. I don't know why it's not showing me anyone. Let's see. I am so sorry. It's usually, let's see. What's going on? What's happening? I don't know why I can't see anyone. I see one per, I mean, it's not even, I have no idea what's going on right now. Why? So I am not, 11 people are in the chat right now, and I don't even see you. I see it at the top, but I don't, oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. That's weird. Okay. Hi. Is that, I don't understand. I don't want to mispronounce your name. It's something LeBron. Hello. How are you? I don't know why it's not floating. Like the last time I was on, it was like floating by where I can see everybody who was on here. Okay, hold on. Hey, you stay blessed too. I don't know. This is weird. So anyway, Delta, and you have to check with the airline, because every airline is going to have their own requirements and that kind of thing as far as more than 10 kilograms, about 22 pounds, 20 pounds, and that kind of chick is less than that. Okay. However, for certain airlines, that's too much. If she was 8 kilograms, 9 kilograms, that's too much. The cutoff is like 7 kilograms. So here you are, you still have a small dog, right? And with her being a senior dog, okay, she's never ever traveled as checked baggage or cargo. I wouldn't want her to do that, because she's a senior dog. She suffers from separation anxiety, those loud noises down there, temperature controlled, even though they say many airlines don't even allow that. They would want her to go as checked baggage. So you have to find an airline such as Delta if you're in the West, okay? United, American, I'm not sure who else. And if you're in Europe, then ITA. They used to be Italia, I think. So, oh, hey everybody, thanks for coming in. Hey Zaylin, how are you? Hi Amy. It's lagging. Okay. That's what's going on. Okay, so maybe where I am, the Wi-Fi is like slow or something like that or whatever. Thanks so much, guys. How are you? Thanks for joining me. Yeah, you're right. It's not even like moving or whatever the case is. So it's like, it's just stuck. Hopefully I'm not lagging. Hopefully it's not like, and then it keeps like coming in bits and pieces or whatever. That's kind of crazy. So ITA Airlines is what we flew all the way from when we were in Europe, through Europe, and if you're going into Asia, because they have direct flights. That's what you really want to try to get, is a direct flight. If you're gonna run into another problem if you end up having layovers, because usually if that layover is not 2 to 5 hours or something like that, and it's like 24 hours, guess what? Now you're going to be under the jurisdiction of that country, and guess what that means? Hey, Mama, what's going on? You guys can see Chicka right there. Hey, baby. There she is. I think she's kind of sleepy, y'all. She likes to sit like right on my lap here. Hey, mama. Hey, baby. So, where was I? So, you don't want to have a layover that's 24 hours because then you're going to be under the jurisdiction of that country. You're going to have to go through the process of getting an import export permit, health certificates. It's nuts. It's just, they should have a database, one database with all of your pets records in there and everything that you need. Whatever it is that you need, it's in there. You scan something or they scan the microchip and it's like, okay, you have everything that we need. You've had your titer test, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I mean, all this paper and we're in 2025. It's like, it's nuts. It's crazy. So anyway, those are the things that you have to have. So we've been to 5 or 6 different countries now. When you're in the Schengen zone, now the Schengen zone is a part of Europe that has about 29 different countries. Those are open borders. So once we flew in from California and we went into Europe, hey baby, I was stamped in France, but then once I went on to Italy, I didn't have to get stamped again. And then you can just go and travel throughout the Schengen, and that may be better to just do that on a train because we took the train as well, which was so much fun. And she really didn't even have to be in her carrier. And I'm so used to putting her in a carrier when we're on public transportation and stuff like that. Hi, guys. Okay, you said it's not lagging anymore? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining me and coming in. I really appreciate it. And you all, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. My hey, it's not lagging anymore. Oh, that was weird because it's like it looked like it. So, and it was a grip, you guys, coming from the U.S., leaving the U.S. It was a grip. Now, once you're in Europe and you're in another country, a health certificate can be 15 euro. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It's just very different. It's very different. And there's so many countries that are pet friendly. And there's a difference between pet friendly and pet tolerance. When the country's pet friendly, they roll out the red carpet for you. They give you amenity kits and things like that for your pet. They have a pet menu. Oh my God, I gotta show you guys. Wait till I get this rolled out because I have so many videos to show you guys I haven't even rolled out yet. But when you travel with a pet, those are the challenges. It's not them. It's just that you have all of these things and there's people. I mean, we were in one hotel and they made us use the service elevator. I'm serious. They want your money and they want you to pay the deposits, but then they treat you like you're a fourth class citizen. Service elevator. Can you believe that? There were other hotels we were in who were very pet friendly, who were like, you use the same elevator as everybody else. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is that people have against pets. Now, you guys may say, Cheryl, you have only been a pet parent for the last, 5 minutes? Because before this past year, you guys, I wasn't a pet parent. But I didn't have disdain for pets. I didn't have disdain for dogs or cats. You know, um, I don't understand it. That people are afraid. I mean, you should see in some countries we've been to, she's on a leash, right? And people are like they're afraid of a dog. She's like, she's big, she's not even 20 pounds. And I'm like, what is the problem here? What's going on? I don't even understand it. I'd rather be on a plane of nothing but dogs, and they have airlines now like that, like Bark Airlines and Retrieve Air, and I'm not sponsored by any of these, and I don't have that saying, hey, if you don't pay, I'm not going to stay, whatever. But there's so JSX, there's so many airlines now that are actually trying to cater to, pets. So you can have a pet in their own seat and all that stuff. It costs a grip. I haven't flown on any of them, but those pets are like well behaved. They're not barking. They're not crying. They're just enjoying themselves or whatever. Sorry, guys. That's what it is. I have the air conditioning on, and it's probably blowing right here on me. Thank you. Excuse me. that'll be a little bit better. Me, 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 me. Okay, guys, let's see. It's not lagging anymore. Okay. Oh, okay. So basically, those are for those people out there who really want to travel, and you're like, I don't want to leave my pet on board. I wouldn't be gone anyway. So she has to come with me now, and I love her coming with me because she's not a burden. But that's a major obstacle. Is not so much the paperwork, because once you get through that and you have all your stuff, your pet passport, you have your titer test, you have everything, and make sure you carry that with you all the time. That's good. It's just once you get to certain countries, you may not be able to fly out. Like where we are right now, I've been here like 5 weeks or 6 weeks. It was only my intention to transit through this country. And we were told when I was getting ready to, hey, okay, well, I'm here. Well, let me just stay here for a week, right? I haven't been here a while. And because I was here about 5 years ago, and I said, so we're getting ready to fly out, and I'm told, I'm sorry, her weight capacity is more than what we allow on the flight. And it's, what? And that's not what I anticipated at all traveling to Asia, okay? I knew that it may be a little more paperwork involved than if you're traveling to the Americas, if you're traveling to Europe. But it's not that, it's the airlines. Seriously. So we could get on an airline today, United or whatever. Let me just say this. I'm trying to get to a country that's just next door. If I want to do that, she's either going to have to go, and it's only an hour flight, but still that to me could be traumatic for her. I got to figure this out. You guys, it's been too much. So I could take United Airlines. Check it out. I can take United, fly into Hong Kong. That's 24 hours that we would have to be there. Hong Kong is very specific about dogs coming in there because it's an island. I get it. But I mean, it's a whole lot of stuff. And then I would fly from Hong Kong into the other country. Isn't that crazy? Because the country where we are right now is a 1 hour flight to get next door. That's it. That's it. 1 hour. Now, some of you may say, well, it may not be so bad for her for 1 hour because once you're in the air in 30 minutes, it's like you're descending. But for a senior dog who's never, ever been in checked baggage and how loud it may be there or whatever the case is, I don't know how traumatic that could be for her. I don't. Do I want to take that chance? And we may have to end up flying back. I'm serious. That's a grip. Now we're going to end up flying back. And then we look at the visas for me, right? I'm retirement age, y'all. Oh, let's see. How are you streaming this on Space? Oh, I'm not on Space. Somebody's like, are you streaming this on? I'm not. What? I don't know. SpongeBob just asked, are you streaming this on Space? Oh, no. This is on YouTube right now. Hey, guys. Hi there, Diana. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. So, yeah, guys, those are the challenges. I have to think about this. So then we're talking about visas for me. There are certain countries I can go to or whatever that are very welcoming. Hey, you just come here. You can stay here a year. We just want you to come and enjoy yourself, get to know the people, behave obviously and contribute to the economy, and we welcome you. Then there are others that want you to jump through 5,000 different hoops and go through the 7 layers of the candy cane forest to stay. Now I realize probably what people have to deal with if they come to the US. And I think that's crazy for people to have to wait for years in order to go through, the immigration process and things like that. You have to do better. That shouldn't take years. It really shouldn't. That doesn't even make sense. I would just say forget it. But yeah, so those were like some challenges and a lot of things I have to think about. Guys, it's like, do I want to go there, or do I want to go someplace where I'm welcomed, where I feel like the red carpet is being opened up and they want me to be here, and and I've been to places where it's Albania, for instance. Albania is allowing Americans to come in 1 year visa free. We were there, You guys, I paid 3 months rent up front. My place had an ocean view, and it is the off season. New building, beautiful, you guys. It was 300 euros a month, 350 euros. I'm serious, I'm not kidding. For an apartment like this in Los Angeles or anything like that, you're going to pay a grip. I can tell you. Okay. So, but they have a stray dog problem there, unfortunately. And these dogs were like at the building. And so I would have to carry Chicka every day downstairs past these dogs because they were territorial and they wouldn't even allow her to go potty without them trying to come over to her. You know what I mean? So I would wake up every day with trepidation, like we got to go through these dogs, and I felt bad for the dogs. I mean, I even gave them snacks and things like that, but my loyalty and has to be towards my own dog first and her safety and things like that. So we didn't end up staying there. I had to pay a month and a half penalty to leave, but countries like that, people were wonderful. I love the Bierik. That was so good, and I had it with like this drink called butter with like a buttermilk or something like that. That's good for your tummy. Be careful with that one. Georgia, the country of Georgia. Now, I would love to go there. I just want to be in a place where, I see these videos on YouTube where you see the mountains in the back and the stream. And, even if we were on a farm or something like that, where she can just roam free, and I'm just thinking, so it's a lot of things to kind of think about right now. But anyway, if you guys are thinking about traveling with your pet, it's a wonderful experience for them. I mean, Chicka is the star of the show. Everybody always wants to take pictures with her. So when we go places, there are people who are friendly towards her and they want to take pictures, which is really wonderful. But it's just the bureaucracy of airlines. I just don't. I know the planes in Asia are a little bit smaller, so I get that. But if you have a pet that can fit inside of a carrier and they can fit at your feet, that shouldn't be a problem. It really shouldn't. It's not like you're talking about a 50-pound German Shepherd, or I don't know how heavy German Shepherds are, guys. German Shepherd, or the bigger dogs. I wouldn't put my big dog through anything like that and put them in a seat like that, but she can fit right at my feet. So that's the challenge. That is the challenge. So, but once you get through the paperwork and you do all that and you get your health certificate, their microchip, they have their vaccines, they have their titer tests. If there's an import permit required, EU passport. Chicka has her own passport for the EU. Yes. Then, it's wonderful. It's great. It's just that certain airlines, you may get stuck somewhere. So that's what you have to. This is my first time, so I didn't know. It's expensive.